God's name. He died for all. So Christian love is working out, as they say, your own salvation through fear and trembling. But Christian love is loving even when it doesn't feel good. Christian love is not about feeling. As Glenn and I were talking before, as we were talking about it and we're talking about God's character is not based on feelings. God's character is based on love. And if you are truly loving correctly, you are not thinking about self at all. You are doing, as Paul says, thinking of your neighbor as higher than yourself. To truly love like Jesus loved, you will love somebody who has totally betrayed you. You can still walk in love to an ex-husband who beat you. You can still walk in love to somebody who just murdered somebody, to a drug addict. Anybody, you can walk in love, because that is what Christian love is about. And how do I know? Because Jesus died at a time when he was hated. Jesus died at a time that he was not popular. He died for people who did not like him, who hated him, who resented him, who wished he was dead. They did everything they could, but he died for people who were not good to him. And he sought them no ill will. Even when he was on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, wait a minute. We're talking about people. This could very well be the person who just tried to mug you on the street. This could very well be the person who just stole all your money, who just raped your child. Come on, let's be real. He died for, if we're talking about murderers and adulterers, he died for Moses, who was a murderer. He died for David, who was a murderer, had somebody killed and took the man's wife. He died for everybody, not just people we like or we love. He sought no ill will for anyone, regardless of their actions. And that's what's so powerful, to me tonight, is that he did all this, and it wasn't just about, just about people who were good to him or people who were walking upright before him. We expect people to do good, or we expect God to bless us when we're walking upright before him. But we don't expect the grace and the mercy when we're not crossing the T's and dotting our I's. We don't expect the mercy when we had a baby out of wedlock. We don't expect the mercy when we just made a mistake and we just lost everything. We don't expect the mercy when I said, I'm going to stop doing drugs, Lord. I said, I'm going to turn my life over, and now I do it again. We don't expect the mercy for none of these things, but those are the ones he's got the mercy for. The very ones who are sick is the one he has the mercy for, or the ones he was dying for. He said he didn't come for those who had it all together. No, he came for the ones who knew they were not worthy. And if truth be told, even the ones who think they got it all together do not. So I'm loving this tonight because it lets me know I don't have to be perfect to receive God's favor. I don't have to do everything right. I don't have to be super Christian to get the favor that somebody else. I just have to love him. I just have to seek him. I just have to get up and try my best and ask him to help me every day. And just know if I fall short, he's got me. Why? Because when he died for me. He died even though I would make a mistake. He died even though I would have a failed marriage. He died even though I would do so many things in my life that were just not right, just so dumb, and thinking, why would I do that? He died for that. That cross took care of it all. I don't have to be perfect to receive Christ's love. At every opportunity, Christian love seeks opportunity to do good to all men. That's what he did. So that's what I have to do. He is my example. So even when I don't feel like it, I need to walk in love. Even when somebody just did something to me that hurts me, I need to walk in love. Why? Because if Christ could get on a cross and die the way he did for me, even though when I was born, I was in sin, and how many times I rejected him, he can do all that for me, even though I didn't even want him. Yes, I think I can love somebody who just upset me. I think I can walk in love even when my enemy is not. And truth be told, people are not my enemy, the devil is. So I think I can help myself get it together when I think about what he had to endure for everyone. He endured for everyone to have the opportunity. Not just the people who are walking upright and professing his name. He died for those who were not. He died for those who were still sinning. He died for those who did the horrific things. If truth be told, the people that you don't even want to forgive. If we were really being honest, does everybody really forgive the pedophile? Because you know what? He died for the pedophile. How do people look at addicts? They want to push them to the side. They don't want to do, but you know what? What are you doing? Because he died for that addict. He died for the fornicator. He died for the adulterer. He died for the gossiper. He died for the liar. He died for the thief. So all these people who we have a problem with walking in love with, he died for that person. He died for the very one that you don't like. The very one that you want to condemn, he died for that one. And he would leave the 99 for that one. That's powerful to me. Because when I think about how imperfect I am, when I think about things that I have done in my life, and then, a lot of times we want to categorize sin. Well, my sin is not like that. Well, they did that, but I didn't do this. All sin is wrong, and he died for it all. He died for every last person who had a problem, had an addiction, had a sin they just couldn't wrap around their mind to get over. He died for all of that. So while we're sitting around condemning the people who keep messing up, while we are sitting around condemning the people who make stupid mistakes, why they haven't gotten it yet, you're talking about someone that he died for. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. If you talking about my kid, think about this. I don't care if he right or wrong. He can be wrong, as my grandma says, it's two left shoes. You know what I'm gonna say? Watch your mouth. Watch how you bring that to me. That's my child. I gave up some stuff for that one. I endured some things for that one. That's what Jesus is saying. Watch your mouth. I endured some stuff for that soul. I endured some pain, some ridicule. I endured a lot for that soul that you are condemning, that you are telling or is going to hell when you have no clue what I'm going to do with that soul. Watch your mouth. I said, woo, Jesus. I don't know. I'm like, I need a Band-Aid because I got cut up. But think about that. If you had to just think about your child, I know with you, Estrella, I know you may not have a child yet, Nicole, and anybody else that's going to be listening, but when you have a child, think about how you are about your child. You know your child is wrong. I know when my child is wrong, but I need you to watch how you bring it to me. Yes, I do. I do. Because I had to endure some things for that one. You know, I had to go through some things while he was here. I had to give up jobs. I had to give up relationships. I had to cut people off for that one. So it lets me understand a little bit why Christ is how he is about us. He's not playing about us. Every soul is important to him. He's not playing about one. He will leave them all for one. So us walking in love, yeah, I can do that, Jesus. I sure can. Because I haven't had to endure what you had to endure for that soul. I didn't go through what you went through for that soul. So yes, sir, I can do that. But you know what? I'm gonna need you to help me because I'm flesh. You know, we're all made from the dirt. We don't have a lot of sense, Lord. I'm gonna need you to help us because we need a new perspective on how we treat people. Because we forget he paid a price for every soul. He paid a price for that soul. Now, here's the thing. Yes, they get to make the decision what they want to do. But you don't misunderstand. They can choose what they want, but it does not stop him from loving them. They can choose and do whatever they want to do, but he still loves them. He's still going to bless them some kind of way. He's still going to have some mercy for them some kind of way. And I tell you what, I'm very grateful that he does. Because see, I don't know what kind of mercy or grace I'm going to need 5 minutes from now. So I'm going to need all the grace and mercy that I can get. So I need to make sure I'm sowing so that I can reap it. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget who we're talking to. When we're talking to our brother and sister, we forget. Hold up. Jesus died for that soul. Who am I? I need to watch my mouth how I talk to you. That soul was bought with a price. I need to watch my thought process. Even how I'm even feeling and thinking about you. I need a new lease on life concerning you. Because, hey, I don't want to get spanked. Because he's not playing. Just like you discipline your child, he will discipline you too. We are not above it. I don't care how long we've been saved. I don't care if we gave up all of our stuff like Mother Teresa and fed all the poor. It does not matter. He is not playing about these souls. So we need to make sure we are treating people correctly with Christian love. And Christian love seeks no ill will for anyone. So even if somebody is doing you harm, you know how you pray, Lord, they belong to you. But I'm going to need you to deal with your child however you see fit, but bless me, Lord. You know, this is how I pray. I'm sorry, I don't know about everybody else, but I have to watch my mouth because I'm talking about someone he loves. See, even when we go to God about people in prayer, we can't be as flippant, so to speak, about the people we're talking about. We're talking about someone he made. We're talking about someone he died for. That puts a whole new perspective on how I address people, how I describe people. Just, I don't know, even how I correct people. However, I need to realize that this soul that I'm talking to, the Lord would drop everything to run and get that one. So I need to make sure that I'm addressing this person properly. It has nothing to do with their title. It has nothing to do with how much money or successful they are, because God died for them when they had nothing. Okay, he doesn't care about any of that. But he died for that one. So that's what he was really impressing upon me tonight, is to remind people the importance of your brother, the importance of your sister. I don't care who they are. Sometimes people think that people who are homeless are less than. Hey, our house burned up in a fire. We were homeless. You know what I mean? We could have been very well out on the street. I mean, come on. How many times a situation happened to one of us where we could really have been the same person we are judging? And if truth be told, if a couple of paychecks don't happen, we don't know where we'd be. Come on, let's keep it real here. So we have no room to look down on people. We have no room to speak in such in a haughty voice to people. Even when we're angry, we got to watch how we address people, even when we're mad. Why? Because we talking this to a creation that Jesus made and that he died for. We need to respect that. If you don't want to respect that person because of them, then you better respect them because of Christ. Because he died for them. So they are important to him. So that's what